I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even.
Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Debbie Obirika and you're welcome to the first, I think it's the first vlog of 2025 or the first sit down video of 2025. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year. Welcome to a brand new year. How was the holiday? Hope you guys had an amazing time. I had an amazing time, even though it was a bit weird because I spent Christmas away from my husband, who I just married not long ago. But yeah guys, I'm just here to just talk about 2024 in retrospect. Is it retrospect they call it? In the past, and also like my plans for 2025. While I'm going to be doing that, I'm also going to do my skincare because I have an event to go for. I'm hosting a party for my business partner. These are part of things I'll talk about in this video. So 2024 was one of my best years, and I don't come out here to say this because I'm trying to like spite other people, because I've watched a bunch of videos lately and everybody keeps saying, well, not everybody, but most people keep saying that 2024 was their worst year. But I came here to say that usually after that worst year comes like your best years. I feel like it's a little dark. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So after the worst years comes like your best year. Because for me, 2022 slash 2023 were my worst years. 2023 took the cake. Even though in 2022 I had a lot of terrible experiences. 2023 I was jobless, I was broke, I was in debt, I almost got kicked out of my apartment, I was heartbroken. In 2022, I lost my boyfriend. So I had a tough 2023. In fact, when 2023 came to like August, I was like, God, at this point, do you want to kill me? So 2023 was a rough year, and it started evening out for me towards July when I started dating my husband. I think that's how I even knew that my husband was my husband, because as my husband came into my life, the trajectory of my life really changed. And you know how they say that when you meet the one, your life just keeps going up, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, 2024 started. I got engaged in 2023 November. So the year kind of started looking up for me in 2023. I got engaged in 2023, and then I entered the new year and I had my wedding. I had my court wedding March 9th of 2024. I had my white and traditional wedding March 23rd, 2024. In 2024, I still had a job. I had my job from 2023 because I did get another job. Guys, my lashes are falling. See, they're literally begging for mercy. I've had these lashes on for about a month. Anyway, so in 2024, I got a job. Let me just do from January through to the end of the year. So in December, January, we got our apartment, the house my husband and I were going to live in, but I moved in. Like I mentioned, I was almost getting kicked out of my previous house. So I moved in, and then we slowly started to like decorate. When we moved in, the parlor was empty. We didn't have any chairs, nothing. Me, I didn't have chair where I was coming from. And all of that. So and my husband hadn't moved in, all of that. So we said, oh, we'll get the sofa after we get married. But somehow 2024 was such a blessed year. Like I said, money just kept coming in from businesses, from jobs and all of that. And we were able to do some things in our living room, touch up some things, you know. And then we started live. January, we bought a new sofa. I'm trying to remember what really happened in January. January was a bit more of wedding planning. We searched for our venue because at that time we thought we were going to get married in Abuja. Then February came along and we had to change our plans because unfortunately for us, that was like the peak of inflation, the most inflation we've had in a very long time. Dollar went to an uptown high. It was almost getting to 2K. It was crazy. So we decided to compress our weddings into one day in the same location because we had planned to have an Asaba wedding and an Abuja wedding. So my dream wedding was cancelled. I remember my husband felt so bad. He was like, I want to give you a dream wedding. And I told him that me, I'm an economist. I did tight hand. I don't like spending on things that will give me temporary happiness and then I will now suffer in the long run. Even though I knew that I wasn't my source, God was my source, because throughout my wedding process, I knew. And throughout 2023 too, because I didn't have a job, I knew that it was God that sustained me. However, I didn't want to be foolish. I think my cleanser has dried off. So I didn't want to be foolish. So I was being very like, this Dr. Rasha finished. Oh my God, time to restock on skincare. The way I use this Dr. Rasha is supposed to finish every week. Anyway, so we moved our wedding and we had only 5 weeks. At the time we made up our mind, we had only 5 weeks to the date that we had chosen. I had to get my wedding dress. Shout out to my tailor, Dami Kotor. She really pulled a miracle. God was faithful. So in March, we wanted to get married and it started to look as if, you know, things were not working our way. We had a budget, but we had a lot of like financial constraints. The company I was working in wasn't paying. They were owing salaries. It was crazy. They were not owing deliberately, but like that happened really close to our wedding. But when I say that 2024 was really my year, God was very intentional. And like I said, I feel like God has been in the process of teaching me that I'm not my source. He is my source. And if he wants me to have something, I'm gonna have it regardless of circumstances, circumstantial, whatever. So I remember that I was telling my husband that, are we sure we can do this thing? Because it's not like we did not have money, but like me, I'm the kind of person I don't like to spend and then my account is empty. I don't like once my account starts reaching a certain amount of money, I'm already worried. So I was telling my husband, are you sure we should not pause? I was saying my prayers, let's cut down, let's cut down, let's cut down. But God's so faithful. My husband got a gig where his company got a gig and we got a huge sum of money and then we just, sorted that out. So eventually when salaries came, we were just lounging. So like I said, God was really faithful. We got married in March 23rd. I still remember the date, obviously. I got married. It was a beautiful day. I really don't remember anything that happened on my wedding day besides the fact that I hated my makeup. Other than that, I think everything was a breeze. I don't remember. So we did get married in March. We got back to Abuja, I think, a few days after that. And then life started to hit me hard. 2024, like I said, was a good year, but I did have some health challenges. So I had been really stressed out before the wedding, so I felt sick. I was sick 2 weeks after we got married. My husband was doing everything. I couldn't, fulfill my wifely duties. And as if that was not enough, I had issues with the intrauterine device that I had inserted in my body, like the birth control I had in. I wouldn't say I had issues. I just say my body was not happy with the fact that I had been stressed, and then a new device was in my body. Sorry, this I'm wondering why the camera settings are just. Am I bright enough, guys? Let me shift this thing back. My body wasn't having it, and so I started to have like issues. I was in pain a lot. I was in constant pain. I was in pain a lot. At some point I got tired of complaining about being in pain. I just chested it. But however, I did speak to doctors. I went back to the hospital. They told me that, oh, give it 3 months for your body to regularize. And truly, even though the 3 months felt like 8 years, it did regularize and I moved past that. So April, I was going through that, but life was still really, really good for us. We, decided to start working on our business, slowly, slowly. My husband started to build the product and we started working towards that. And then in May, we bought a car. It was really nice. I didn't talk about it because I just didn't feel like there was any need. I'm not the kind of person that talks about things in real time. People think that because I create content, my life is out there, but no, not really. We did buy a car and it wasn't something that we thought we would do. We did write it down, the kind of car we wanted to buy, what we wanted to do in 2025, 2024 when before we got married, 2023, we wrote down what we wanted. So we did buy a car. We got a car for the price, even below the price we thought we'll get it for, and it was a good car. And we got the car in May, and we fixed it up because my husband is a perfectionist. Fixed it up, and the car was sparkling, looking good. Very amazing car. I like the car. The car is really cool, and it's my brand. So anyway, that happened in May. In June, anything spectacular happened in June. I can't really remember. But I know that in July was my husband's birthday and I went all out. I think I vlogged that. We had an amazing birthday celebration. God was faithful. It was his first birthday as a husband and it was really good. All this while we're still building our product and all of that. Then in July also, my father-in-law had like some mini like health challenges. When I say that God is so intentional about me and my family, I'm not saying it's not just about people, but this is my own story. And he has come into Abuja for like medical checkups. We were worried they said he had to do surgery. I was worrying. We prayed, and God's so faithful. The surgeon was like, "Oh, let's hold off. Let him try something and something and something instead of doing surgery because surgery wasn't certain." So anyway, he did try what the surgeon suggested, and it did work, and he was much better. So I was really glad I didn't have to do surgery. So July came, August came. One of my oldest friends got married. I traveled to Abia State for the wedding. Also had the Abuja version. August was a good month. August was a really good month. I actually have no mental recollection of what happened in September. I'm trying to think. But I think around September I started to, buy for products that I wanted to get for my brand. And I got the first batch, I think, that came into Nigeria, I think around either October, I'm not sure. But I decided I was going to take my business seriously. I rebranded my entire business, New Beginnings. Please follow us on social media. We're still coming soon, but like I've had that baby since 2018, and God knew that I needed to marry my husband for the real dream to be birthed. Because I've always had the dream of what my business was going to be, but I didn't think I could fund it. I didn't think I had the human capacity to handle it. So in I think September, October, I did my first order for the things I wanted to, the goods and all of that. And they came after a while. Then I went for that. I'd had new beginnings for 5 years and I've never registered the business. So I went for that to register it as a limited liability company, and partnered up with my friend Amarachi and my husband, and then we partnered up and then we registered the company, and then we said, okay, let's get started. So we've been sourcing for goods, that jazz, all the behind the scenes. It was crazy because I have a 9 to 5, I have a YouTube channel, and then I have a business, and then I also consult for brands. I'm a branding and communications expert, and this year God was really faithful. I consulted for about 3, 4, 5 brands, and yeah, I didn't get the kind of money I would have wanted, but I think in terms of exposure, I did improve in my knowledge, and also at my work, my official 9 to 5, I did get some tax thrown my way that actually pushed me mentally, and I'm really grateful for that. So October came, and yeah, October was good. Then November came. November was my birthday. It was a great month. My husband really spoilt me, and yeah, we did have some ups and downs, but nothing concrete. I think in November, October, my parents' house got flooded. This was like we'll be having floods. I said I would do a video eventually about like why my parents are moving houses. I did mention in a few vlogs back my parents are moving to a new house. Then a flood happened. Now we set videos. Flood happened, entered our house, the house I grew up in. My parents built the house since I was 3. We've lived in that house, and water entered again, and this further pushed their resolve to move to their new place. I can't wait for you guys to see their new place. It's so amazing. I thought the house I grew up in was a palace. This one is so exquisite. But yeah, that happened. I felt kind of bad, but my mom was so optimistic. She was like, why am I worrying? That am I not grateful that they didn't lose their life? Because my dad even slipped and fell that day, and he could have hurt himself. He could have died. He could have had internal bleedings. But like I said, God's so faithful. So that did happen, but my mom's optimism just pushed me from, trying to sulk about it, that Ziole or so we always have a flood in our house, that God, why won't you answer our prayer and stop this flood or stop this water, blah, blah. But I think my mom was like, are you not grateful that we could even build another house from scratch? They talk about flood, you know what it means to build again after already building a home you plan to retire in. So anyway, that happened in October, and then November was my birthday. My husband was so amazing, got me so many things that I really wanted, even though I told him I didn't want him to get anything yet because we were saving towards something. Then also in that same November I decided to do an investment. It's really Herculean. But like I said, God is our source, and we're trusting that everything will work out just fine. November happened. Nothing really. Like I said, the year was really, really sweet. I was enjoying my house, my marriage. I think one thing that stood out for me that I didn't get from my wedding was my wedding portraits. It took me 8 months to get my wedding portraits, but they're finally here. And we set a clip as well. And my photographer did an amazing job, even though he delayed. Like I said. But yeah, I finally got my wedding portrait, I think in November or end of October, I'm not sure. And I got married in March, 8 months after. So I think my 9th month wedding anniversary was in November. So I got my pictures in October. So yeah, November did happen. And then in all of these things, I'm just talking about the good parts, but I talk about the parts that I didn't really like. And then November happened, I had my birthday, it was really good. However, I did struggle as much as I was doing well at work. And I felt like my personal brand was growing. My YouTube channel was not growing the way I would have liked. I found out some things about YouTube that I didn't like. I did come here and tell you guys that I was thinking of quitting, and I did consider that thoroughly during the holidays. However, after I put out that video, some of you dropped comments in the comment section encouraging me, giving me tips, things I didn't even think about. And my husband decided to take the YouTube channel more personal, and he started to like engage me more, help me out. My husband is really, really, he has an eye for detail, and he did research, and I did put the things that you guys suggested and what my husband recommended, my sister, and the channel started to do way better. Not where I would like it to be, but way better. In December, I had about 61,000 views in December, which was really, really good. My shorts combined, my long form videos, and I think I got a lot of watch hours. I don't remember, I did check the analytics. I think it was almost 500 watch hours or 600 watch hours, which was really, really good. So in terms of quitting YouTube, no way, I'm not quitting YouTube. Even though in 2025 I haven't been very motivated because work has been very, very, very demanding. So YouTube did take a toll on me, and even my business too. Dollar kept going up, and it kept affecting the price of things. I would keep a certain amount of money aside to buy stuff, and then, guys, I'm not doing my skincare. When I get there, the price would have changed. It was kind of exhausting, but I started off the social media handles. I created a new page from scratch. My my friend Yewande, someone that I work with, decided to run it for me for free, because right now I can't really afford to pay staff. I did pay for some things like designs and all of that, but I can't really afford to like hire people, so everything is being done like by friends and family, that kind of thing. So yeah, December I traveled home for the holidays. So my mom, my dad, we even tried moving some things. I did shoot a video about when I was trying to move, but I lost the clip, so that didn't obviously go up on the channel. So December was good. I went for the holidays. Husband man was supposed to meet me at my parents, and then we'll go see his parents, but he got called back to Abuja for work, and so we spent our first Christmas apart. It was one of the longest 3 weeks of my life. That's the longest I've been away from my husband, and I don't want to repeat. I realized I really really like the man. Like, I like him a lot. And I don't want to be apart from him at all. So yeah, December was really good. Spending time with family was good. Guys, hold on. Let me apply my liner. Spending time with family was really, really good for me, especially my niece and my nephew, and my dad and my mom. I really like my parents. They're very cool. Annoying, but very, very cool people. I like my mom and my daddy very much. I did not like the fact that I did not spend time with my mother-in-law, Sha. I did make a video about how I really like my mother-in-law. Like, she's one of my favorite people, and had looked forward to like spending some time with her this holiday. But that didn't work out. I'll see her soon though. So yeah, Christmas came and went, and then 2025, Happy New Year. So welcome 2025. So 2024 was a good year for me. I got married to the love of my life. I started a business. I registered the business. I didn't start the business, I rebranded the business. I got 1 or 2 gigs. So for 2025 for YouTube, I've decided to keep at it, keep doing what I've been doing, but upper scale. I'm thinking of starting a new series, like a sit down series. I'm trying to decide if I want to open a new YouTube channel or if I want to do everything on here, but I don't want anything to be clustered. For work, looking at more opportunities. I also want to go back to like school, not like my mother watches and my mother will be so happy. Not like a master's degree or anything. I would like to like get like more certifications. Last year, I forgot to mention, I did get 3 certifications last year. Every year I try to get like at least 3 certifications in the year. So this year I want to see if I can get like more certifications and add to like my collection, also to boost my portfolio, because I'm looking to like have more international opportunities this year. So I'm looking at doing that. I already reached out to the organization that I want to get the certification from. I'm looking at doing it like within the year. And then for my business, I'm hoping to launch it in March. And this is January. It looks so far-fetched because the things in front of me and the launch that I want to do. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but God is the greatest. God is really the greatest. And like I said, I've realized that I'm not my source. God is my source. So I stop worrying about stuff. I just write the vision, make it plain, and tell him that, my daddy, get it done. Okay, so that's about it. And I also want to grow my TikTok seriously this year. I did already start a new TikTok channel, but my phone crashed, and all the content for TikTok, I shot about 30 videos on that phone. So it kind of took me back. I mean, I did speak English. So let's see what I can do about that. But basically, this is the year I feel like content creation is going to make way for me. I wrote it down. Content creation is going to make way for me. My business is going to make way for me, and my craft, which is branding and communications, which I think I'm really, really good at, not because it's me, but based off what people have said, would also make way for me. So yeah, and then YouTube would start paying me money. YouTube will start paying me money in 2025. So that's about it, guys. That's really what happened in 2024, and looking forward to in 2025. I don't have any plans of relocating. Relocating is not really something that's my core, but my friends are really ginger. Like, my business partner keeps telling me, you need to move, and I'm like, if I move, how am I going to run our business? But I don't know. Wherever God leads me is where I'm going this year. And actually, I think my theme for this year, my personal theme for this year, is following the will of God. Like, hearing God clearly. If I don't hear God concerning anything this year, I'm not going to do it. No matter how they try to convince me, even if it's my husband that's convincing me, I'm going to be a little disobedient, because I really want to walk in God's will this year. Last year, I feel like I did walk in His will, but sometimes I was like a bit stubborn. And I did pay for it. So, and He has been teaching me, how to hear Him, how to, walk in His will for my life, our lives, because I don't think my life is my life anymore. I think my life and my husband's life have become one. So in our lives. So yeah, And also, one thing I'm also looking forward in 2025 is a closer walk with God. I've always had a great walk with God, but now I want to be more intentional about my walk with God, like in terms of my devotion, my prayer, my worship, attending church activities, spiritual events, and all of that jazz. I'll still have live my best life, but like, I really want to be intentional about my worship and my fellowship with God, which is an integral part of who I am. So yeah, guys, that's basically what the year is looking like so far. So far, so good. I have a trip in a couple of weeks. My business partner is getting married in a weary, and I'm going to be going for that. I'm excited. I think that's the only trip I know. Okay, and then I might also go see my parents and my parents-in-law sometime in the first quarter. I told my husband I want to go on 2 trips this year. So I'm really hoping for that. Let me go and renew my international passport so that when he actually does surprise me with these trips, I'll be ready. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the rest of the in another video. Obviously, happy New Year. Have a blessed 2025. And if last year wasn't rosy for you, trust me, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. God got you. God is watching over you, and He will definitely make your path straight and beautiful. Have an amazing 2025. Bye, guys.